Sowing seeds of hope. This phrase has me think of that wonderful parable that Jesus told about the sower. Here's this wildly wasteful farmer throwing seed out in every kind of ground, with a belief that all ground deserves the chance to be open and to blossom, trusting that God's Spirit is the source of life for all seeds, and taking an unleashed approach to the whole enterprise of growing things. Over the years that I've taught and trained people in generous evangelism, we've begun with these assumptions. God is already present, and seeds have already been sown. And we're called to sow seeds freely without expectation of what return we'll get or what response counts. Ours is to offer the seeds of hope, offer seeds of good news. Whether there's a change of heart or conversion in life, well, that's God's work. Ours is to tell the stories. And I'm so glad that the fig tree wanted to share the story of the ways that St. Luke's Episcopal Church in Coeur d'Alene is seeking to sow seeds of hope, even in a climate in our region that can make for challenging ground. Let me reiterate what I said in the article. There is a deep theological error at play in our world today, and it is going by an appealing label of freedom. Jesus doesn't call us to freedom. Jesus frees us from the grips of sin and the shackles of oppression and the dark spaces of blindness. But Jesus then calls us into a new, deep allegiance that calls us to give ourselves to God and offer ourselves to the world as Christ offered himself. Power is unleashed when we give ourselves up for others. So we've sought as a church to sow seeds of hope and love in words and actions, doing this ourselves and in partnership with groups across North Idaho. Our experiences in these past 2 years have brought us to this place, and our interaction with the fig tree and our being featured in the article has paved the way for our collective agreement on a shared vision and mission. Through our documentary and discussion series, which was titled Finding Our Place in the Inland Northwest, we have opened space for powerful conversations. The fig tree story helped bring fresh interest to the series and to St. Luke's as a church. I'm grateful for the continuing voice of clergy who have found each other and joined me in this difficult time and are willing to offer a different voice for faith. We hold up hope along with responsibility. I'm grateful for the resource directory provided by the fig tree. In it, I find potential allies in ministry and mission to build strong partnerships in Coeur d'Alene and North Idaho. We're already relying on the directory for helping people connect with organizations who will be the most helpful to them, assisting them along the next steps in their own journey of health, strength, and wholeness. We find new partners to share seeds of hope, and this is why we support the fig tree as a congregation. We're so grateful for the seeds of hope that it spreads far and wide across this region, and we hope that we can see it grow in the range of ground covered with wild abandon, trusting that any ground can open and blossom.